Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we have the new Rearmed Robin and More banner, which I'm very confused by why they chose Robin as the Rearmed hero, and doubly confused why we're once again getting an Ascended hero with a Rearmed hero. But to be fair, the rest of the banner are fan favorites and characters we loved, and of course Air is here, Ascended, let's go. So I can't really complain too much. Thanks. Yeah, this is basically a stacked banner, kind of. To start off with, we have our Rearmed Robin, which I will actually be referring to as Grima, because I need to get this off my chest right now. That is Grima. No matter what anybody says, that is Grima that we have on this banner. It's not Robin. They have two separate personalities. Robin is the more kind-hearted one who doesn't want to become Grima, whereas Grima is the cold, heartless, evil destroyer of worlds, whatever you want to call them. We have Grima on this banner, not Robin. It's kind of annoying that Intelligent Systems is always calling the Grima alts that are clearly Grima, Robin. I know that they're just two sides of the same coin and all that dumb crap, but still, this is Grima that we have on the banner, not Robin. The personality is way too different for them to be called Robin. That's all I'm gonna say on it. I very much wish that they would start recognizing that. Okay, I think I have it on my system. Anyway, she has the Arcane Grima weapon. Very interesting name choice there. Basically slaying effect, +5 to all stats during combat at start of turn, guaranteed follow-up, and 15% more damage to units attack, including their special. And then of course a Mystic Boost healing. Not a bad breath weapon. And the fact that it can be inherited because she is our Rearmed hero, that's actually going to make a lot of old dragon units like, well, both of the Tikis, Noe actually, because you can just change up her build a little bit, and honestly, even the original Grima from the first Fallen banner, and even Legendary Grima will actually, I think they're going to really like that weapon more. And she also has basically a new A skill for her, Dragonhide, which is just better dragon skin, but it changes the neutralizes effective against bonus. Dragon skin was effective against flying, this one effective against armor because different move types. Makes sense. Of course, Hardy Fighter and Attack Speed Mirror Save, which I'm going to want that for my Black Knight Grima, so let's make this quick. Show up at least twice, please, and that's all I ask. Yeah, I actually have no idea who I would really give the Arcane Grima weapon to. I haven't really built that many dragons, but I'm sure I'll find somebody. Next up, we have Gregor, which I've actually been asking for him to be added to Fae. He's one of the most lovable characters from Awakening, and most memorable too. Just because he has that, like, Russian accent, really. We just love Gregor. His Blade of Favors, Slaying Effect, which I think we're gonna have to accept that all weapons nowadays are going to have the Slaying Effect on them for a lot of the new heroes, so yeah. And then it's a -6 on foe stats and a +6 on unit stats if there are any foes within 3 rows or columns centered on Gregor. Nice. And then the most interesting part of his weapon is he gets a Vulture effect on foes' attack speed and defense, but not in the way that you think. He doesn't have to be solo. Basically, if he's within 2 spaces of allies or initiates combat, he inflicts the vulture effect on his foes. That is interesting. And I kind of like it, because it's just a new take on, well, an old weapon effect that we've seen. And I can't wait to see more of that in the future, please. It's like, don't get me wrong, the base vulture effect of solo and then more debuffs on foe stats, that is totally fine, and that's very fun to use. But I love that they changed it up just a little bit to match, well, Gregor's personality. Love it. Of course, weapon also gives him a 40% damage reduction. Not bad. Oh. Well, not the green unit I was expecting, but I will happily take you, Jill. At the very least, you're a merge. Other skills Gregor has, we've got new solid ground for, which is like still water, but for defense. Not sure who else that could be good on, but I'm sure I'll find somebody. And he's also our second unit to have infantry null follow-up. For infantry null follow, my bad. I mean, that's still a really good C skill, so I'm not gonna knock it. That'll definitely stay on him. Ticket. Alright, Fila. Sadly, she is our demote here, but honestly, I wasn't really expecting much if she were to be added into Fae, but I am very glad that she is here because she's fairly memorable from the storyline. Not much for skills, just Rain Lance, which is new for the weapon pool. That is actually going to be pretty good on some Azura builds. Yes, I know I talk about Azura a lot, but that is actually going to be pretty good because it's the low speed defense weapon, which frees up her B slot, so if you have Wings of Mercy, there you go. Good support / offensive weapon there. Raisin skill, yeah, those are okay. She does have Pegasus Flight, which, I mean, depending on how good the stats are for the unit, that's going to be good for some flyer units. And the fact that she's now our second unit to have that, I say the more fodder the better. Granted, I would like to build her up someday, so I won't fodder her off that much. But if you have any speedy flyer units that have a lot of res, this is a pretty decent B skill for them. And then last but certainly not least, we have Ascended Heir, which I am very glad that she is our Ascended hero and not the Rearmed, because that would have been so cheap. Anyway, she has an interesting name for her weapon, Ymir Ever Living. I mean, it fits the story for her, being Ascended and all, so I'll take it. Slaying effect, and if unit initiates combat or foe is a ranged unit, +5 to all stats, and boosts her attack equal to 40% of whatever ally's current HP is, as long as they're the second lowest. I know it's a mouthful, but essentially as long as there are more than two allies on the field, whoever has the second lowest HP total is going to give her an extra boost in damage, which is good. Then neutralizes follow-up attacks, and it basically has Miracle, which those can be hit or miss, especially since it's conditional, but if set up properly, it'll definitely work very well. So she does have the new... She does still have her Sparkling Boost. I think it's just the first version of it, not Boost Plus. But that's still good. And finally, she has Mystic Boost 4. I misspelled that on my Word doc. Wonderful. Which is just better Mystic Boost all around. Originally, it was healing for 6 on allies. No, on herself, that's right. And then neutralizes, or disables, I mean, skills like the Dragon's Adaptive Damage and Wrathful Staff. That was the base effect. This one, it now restores 10 HP to units, still has the Adaptive Damage Wrathful Staff disable, but it also neutralizes skills like Dazzling Staff, so goodbye to all of our healers, great. And it's a -5 debuff on foes attack, so yeah, I'm going to want a couple of those, but I will say, I will give a Mystic Boost 4 to my base Air, just because that is good for her. You may as well just treat her to all the good skills, because she deserves it. The real hurdle is, will any of the focus units show up this time? Please. I don't need 2 of you, Niles. There we go. How did I miss the giant button there? God. Anyway, onto the Q&A portion of the video, and just a quick reminder, if you ever want to ask a question for a future summoning session, just leave it in the comments down below, throw it on a Word doc next time, and hopefully get around to answering it, of course. But first up, we have one from Ben Lecoit. Hopefully I keep pronouncing the last name correctly. I am trying, I promise. But they ask, what do you love most about Male Corrin, as he deserves all the love? Well, firstly, thank you for the question, and I mean, it's hard to really say much about the Corrins, because I mean, yes, I know I played Fates as my first Fire Emblem game, but they kind of had a pretty bland personality. No offense to the Corrin fans out there. They're still a decent protagonist, but it's really hard to choose what I love most about them, because they didn't leave that much of a lasting impression on me, unfortunately. But I still think the Corrins are neat, at the very least. And they're a decent protagonist, at least. Just could have been written a little better, and that's all. Then next up we have a couple of questions from Chris England. And first up they ask, Air in Tempest Trials Plus had Earth Boost. Why do you think they did that? We've kind of seen this before in all the Tempest Trials bosses. It's just so they hide the skills of what the actual unit being added will have. And I'd say it was more than just Earth Boost that they were hiding from us, because I'm pretty sure Air had, like, it was either Ruse or Oath in the Tempest Trials, because she didn't have any healing. I know that for certain. I think her B skill was also completely different, so it's not like it was just Earth Boost that they were using to hide her kit. It was her entire skill set was a complete mystery, really. Although granted, Catch 3, or 4 I mean, should have been pretty obvious on her. Yeah, they basically just do that to hide the skills and don't spoil anything. Remember, last Tempest Trials, Rearmed Leaf, my bad, had Fury 3, which, yeah, not good on his kit at all. I'm glad they didn't do that. Next up, he asked, if you could change the summoning music, what would you change it to? I mean, I say just have full customization. Kind of like what they did for the home screen, the concert hall, Aether Resort, something like that, where you can just change it to whatever you want. Yeah, because this music going on right now is a little... It's just a little old, really. I know they're trying to build up hype, but it doesn't really do that at all. And then next, I ask, so Elise got the Wheels of Heim Resplendent, so Sakura gets Dokelheim Resplendent? To be honest, I don't really know. Again, I don't work at IS. And to be fair, I don't really care what Resplendent Sakura gets, because it can go either way for her. Wheels of Heim or Dokelheim. I don't really care. Oh, does she get... Let me try that again. To me, all I care about is her getting the stat boost, because she deserves it, and that's all. I really don't care what stack they go for with her, so long as it actually fits her character. That's it. And I think that is Spark. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll just double. Yeah. I've already got you, and I really don't know what to use your skills for, Ronin, so yeah, you're just a manual. It's gotta be Ascended Air, just because. God. 3 off focus, 5 stars. I know that's still good because, yeah, 5 stars, but like I said last time, I would much preferred a bit more of the focus units. I'll still take the ones we got, but yeah, not the best. But I can't complain because at the end of the day, I still got air. And that's all that matters. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Why do I always screw this up? We've been good. Try this one more time, and if not, I'm just gonna end the video right here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video for today. And god damn it, I'll still do the outro. If you did summon this banner, let me know who you got down below in the comment section. I always love seeing your results. And if you haven't summoned yet, I wish you all the luck in the world. But with that, I'm Theron, and I'll see you next time. So until then, farewell, and game on.